from the Physio Movement here. Today we're going to talk about intensity in your training regimes. So what I mean by that is intensity is the key factor for basically outcomes when it comes to exercise, specifically in regards to weight loss and athletic performance. So what I mean by that is when you're looking at what type of training you're doing in your day-to-day or weekly basis, the one that you really want to make sure that we're getting is the correct amount of intensity. And if you're not getting the correct amount, pretty much no amount of added frequency and or duration will give you the amount of weight loss and or athletic performance differences you want. So in saying that, I'm not saying, go out and have every single activity, 100%, like that doesn't really work. It's a bit different if we were, say, to look at a classic boot camp example versus, I'll use running again because I'm really into running. In a boot camp setting, yes, you do go quite hard every session, but within that boot camp, you're using different movements, different muscle groups, so you do kind of have that rest. So if we look at a week's perspective of that, you'd probably having 3, 4, 5 quite high intense sessions. Whereas if we were to look at the running example again, I generally, just from a personal and bit of a professional background, say you only really want not much more than 2 high intense sessions, and not that long either. It's because when you're thinking about your running, if we're doing the exact same muscle group, exact same movement over and over again that week, if you're doing high intensity 4 times a week as you would in the boot camp, you're just basically not going to recover. And all training is trying to get you that stimulus, but recover from it, overcompensate so you can go again. So if you're just doing too many intense exercise sessions together, you're not going to make the benefit. But at the same time, if you're just doing 4 slow, really easy jogs, you can chat, you're not basically really breaking a sweat. What are you really trying to go for? If you're trying to go for stuff like weight loss and athletic performance, which the majority of people do, you really need to start incrementally increasing that intensity or making sure it's there in the first time. For those people who just want your basic kind of healthy activity, going out and doing your 30 minutes brisk walk a day is still good for cardiovascular health, but just bear in mind that that's probably not going to be making us really move much in the way of weight and or making us much faster over, say, 10k run. So if it sounds like for you guys, if you're finding that you're plateauing or getting a bit lost in how to really make a week's prescription for exercise, come and see me and maybe we might be able to look back over what we're doing and find out what's going on. Thank you.